It's now time for Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Starring Ryan Ermanni, Michigan great and former NFL baller Braylon Edwards, and of course, Tom Mazawey. Let's talk some sports.
Boom! You know what time it is. Friday, February 17th. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, fox2detroit.com, and the Fox 2 News app. Braylon Edwards on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Ryan, whenever you get to a Friday, it indeed is a beautiful afternoon, no matter what the weather is. There's a thing here at Woodward Sports, okay? It's called the
Tell me about it.
It's called the 103 Club.
What's the 103 Club,
I'm not
Braylon?
invited.
All right, there's two 103 clubs. One is Jeezy. Shout out to Jeezy. TM 103. No, but the 103 Club is comprised of Stick. It started off with another guy. He's no longer here, but Nick Leach. Nick Leach, Stick. Terry Foster became the latest addition.
Okay.
Neil Rule,
Real Deal
Neil Rule, and then myself.
And Braylon Edwards.
So the original 103 Club was Leach, Rule, Stick. And then you know me and my brother. That was
you got in there.
You're going to leave me out? So anyway, we've been doing it. I haven't gone on a Friday. The 103 Club means they meet 103, Studio B, and Stick makes the best old-fashioned. For anybody not named Dan Russell, shout out to my boy Dan Russell, but makes the best old fashions, and we sit there and we just talk shop.
So at 103 p.m. after Neil Rule's show,
100%,
you guys go in the back and you have it old fashioned.
And you see what you said after Neil's show, which means Neil's okay to be in the 103 Club. But anyway, I haven't been in the 103 Club this year. Like the last time I've done a Friday at 103 is maybe like November, so it's been a while.
So you had to get back to the 103 Club today.
Yeah, I feel, my birthday's coming up. Maz's birthday is tomorrow. Your birthday's past. I'm like, things are going good. Show's going well. It's Friday. We made it. I said, you know what? I said, I haven't been here in a while. I said, I will have one. Stick forgot all of the ingredients.
Damn.
For an old fashioned.
No fruit?
No, he didn't have bitters. He didn't have cherries. He didn't have little microdose sugar.
You got to muddle the fruit.
So there was no old fashioned.
No, what there was 100 proof bourbon and no ice. So
thankfully, we work for a non-traditional outlet.
100. So 100%. But the good news is, at the end of the day, I got 2 hours and I got water, so I'll be good.
Tom Mazawey, were you invited to the 103 Club in advance of your birthday tomorrow, my friend?
Brother. No, I'm not invited to that. I'm sure it's an open invite for me, but I don't drink, so these guys.
No,
you should be by the door to be the bouncer.
You should be the bouncer.
I should be.
Didn't you used to be the bouncer at the bar?
No, he ran the club.
I ran the club.
See,
I had bouncers around me.
Really?
Yeah.
This was like 80. This was like 80. This was like 85.
Like gangster style?
86, 87, 88, 89, 90.
That's why you love the Giants so much, because when you were bouncing, they were winning.
They were winning.
Here's a good thing,
I worked at LT's, too, back in the day.
You worked at LT's?
Yes.
Nobody worked at LT's.
I was a bar
He was
back.
getting it in.
I was a
you
bar
ready for
back.
this, Maz? 61 tomorrow. Top 5 birthday moments for you.
Oh, God.
Go. Give me 5 quick ones.
Oh, man.
Just give me 5 quick ones, man. Don't overthink it.
I can't even think of it. I can't, honestly. I can't. I got him. I got him.
Thank you.
When I turned 40, which you're going to be on Tuesday.
Hush.
I turned 40. I was at WJR still.
Okay.
I was working with Steve Courtney, Dan Dickerson, and the guys. We were all in the back. We were watching the Olympics, and Team USA hockey was playing Russia.
Wow.
And it went. And
79?
No.
No, that was 80.
Oh, 80.
It was
No.
It was 84.
No, I'm born in 62, so it was 2002.
Man,
2002.
Maz, we're messing with
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry. Miracle on Ice Day is, by the way, the day after your birthday.
It is.
Okay, nonetheless,
22nd.
my wife's throwing me this 40th surprise birthday party I don't know about. Back home at Gilbert's. You know Gilbert's?
Oh, God, Louis
100%.
Bricolis, one of the best.
That's Louis, my man.
Yeah.
So I'm in the back of WJR, and the guys, their job is to get me to Gilbert's on time. And what happens? It goes to overtime. and I don't want to leave. I want to watch the game. They're like, come on, let's just go. Let's go. We're going out to eat. And I just kept I didn't want to leave. So I was like an hour and change late for my own birthday party. It was a great surprise party. And for my 50th, my wife surprised me with a trip to Cancun. Surprise trip to Cancun that I had no idea about. She had my bags.
Did you go to La Boom?
You went to Coco Bongos?
I don't know where I went, but it was fun. And guess what? When I got to Cancun, all of a sudden, my family starts popping out everywhere.
Oh, my
Kathy
gosh.
planned this awesome 50th birthday for me. No, first my parents pop up, then my one sister, then my other sister, then my other sister, then a couple of friends. Before you know it, that's my two greatest birthday moments.
I'm glad I asked you because those were dope.
Isn't that great?
Both of those are really good moments, though.
Yeah,
Speaking of birthdays, today is February 17th. And it is the birthday of the GOAT. And when I say GOAT, we know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Michael Jordan. But guess who else's birthday is today?
The other GOAT.
It's Jim Brown.
Yep.
Arguably the best football player to ever play in the NFL. And it got us to thinking, like, who else has, big-time guys, same day? December 30th. Speaking of a guy that's playing right now, who finished 2 under.
He's not done yet.
No, he played already.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he done?
Yeah, he played. No, he made he'll make the cut. He's 2 under, and then they'll go Saturday and Sunday. But his round's over. Oh yeah, and he teed off at.
Is it?
He teed off at 10:24.
I got him just 2 under through 13.
Oh well, maybe I'm tripping. But anyway, Jim Brown and Michael Jordan today. LeBron James and Tiger Woods.
LeBron James
on December 30th, Maz.
Yes. I'll take today's day better.
I was just about to ask you, is it February 17th or December 30th?
It's today's day.
Well, don't you wear 17? Didn't you wear 17 because the GOAT's birthday is on the 17th?
Somebody saw my tweet?
I know what time it is.
You saw my tweet?
I saw it.
We did.
I just deduced that from the tweet. Braylon put a tweet out. Somebody said Michael Jordan's birthday at 60, and he says, why do you think I wore 17?
This is true.
And now we're learning. I never knew that's why you wore 17.
I wore it for 2 reasons. I wore one because Michael Jordan's birthday is on the 17th, and I wore it too, because that was the second year where wide receivers could wear teen digits, and everybody that first year. So that first year was the Larry Fitzgerald draft, the Roy Williams to the Detroit Lions draft. Everybody picked 11. So I don't even want to come in and be another 11.
Right.
So I surveyed the league, and nobody really had 17. So 17 because of that, and obviously Michael Jordan.
If you were playing now, would you have the 1?
Yeah, 100%. Like 1's always been my favorite number, even as a young kid.
Yeah.
1 was my favorite number. Then my dad told me Anthony Carter was the greatest ever. So then I started watching then Derek Alexander. 1's always been my favorite number.
That's incredible stuff. So we'll get you an update on Tiger Woods. He is on the course through 13.
He must have played the back 9 first then, because I saw him on 18.
Thank you. He started on 8.
He might have. He's even for the day, 2 under through the tournament through 13 holes played today. So he's got a little while to go. He's 8 back of the leader, but he's 3 shots back of being tied for 5th. I know that's a long way to say, but just getting moved up that leaderboard.
I want to see him play.
We want to see him play. That's all.
No, it's not a long way, Ryan. Like you said yesterday, I feel like you were doing reverse psychology. You said, nah, he's not going to make the cut. He's going to make the cut.
Yeah, I just want to see him play golf.
But he's playing amazingly good. Like one thing about Tiger, we can all agree, Tiger's 75% of what he was when he was
maybe less.
Great. Okay, you're right. Let's just say 70. 70%. His 70% is still tops in the PGA Tour. When you watch him, he never has stressful pars. He's always dialed in. It's so easy. And 2 years ago, Ryan, he almost got his leg amputated, and now he's out driving Rory and Justin Thomas. Tiger is he's the man.
Did you see him give Justin Thomas a tampon?
Yeah.
He's the GOAT. I love it. I'm surprised Tiger Woods did that in 2023. I love it.
No, he's always been.
He don't give a damn.
No, he don't care. What does he care about?
Not only that, though, him and Justin, Justin Thomas is his best friend on the tour currently.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas, that's his guy. So it's a little playful banter.
Here you go.
But Tiger's always been this, and who he learned it from is Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh, when they had that, and David Duval, when David Duval, it was David Duval. They used to do things like that, I think Vijay Singh would go by Tiger and fart, in the when they're teeing off, like not teeing off, but when they're practicing before the round, like fart around them, like they get active over there in golf, man. It's not all silver trays and pinkies up.
Tiger don't give up two bleeps about anything
He's the
anymore,
GOAT,
right?
and he's under 50. Why would he?
He's just out there having fun.
He's different now. He is like
playing to the crowd,
talking to the crowd and everything. He's like I said, he's playing with house money. This is it. He knows he's never going to be what he was, but even how good he is right now, everyone wants to watch him. And you know what? He's enjoying it finally.
He won the Masters on one leg.
Yeah.
Like, he won the Masters on one leg. Like, that was amazing. After everything that he's been through, like, you're absolutely right. And you know what I think it was for Tiger that has got him like this, Ryan Ermanni, who has 2 of these. Maz, I believe you have 3 of these. It's his kids.
Yep.
It's Charlie. Like, his whole mood
Can't wait to see
changed
that
when
kid.
Charlie started. Oh, he's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But when Charlie started playing golf, they started doing the father-son stuff. Like, his whole energy since Charlie's come of age and can play has been different. And I'm happy for him. He's been through a lot of turmoil. He's been through a lot. So the fact that he's in this place gracefully, shout out to Tiger, man, and his family.
No kidding. Maz, we have a cake tomorrow. Will you eat cake or cupcakes or cookies or
Let
anything
him
like
eat
that?
cake.
What do you
Whatever my family gives me, I'll have.
do you get a cake every year or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma makes me a homemade pound cake.
Pound cake.
It's the best.
Did you
The best.
What did she put too much salt in it?
No salt.
No salt.
A lot of butter.
Remember that
Salt
one
and
video
pound cake?
from a long time ago, the hidden NFL from like 1995. There was that player for the San Francisco 49ers. I don't remember the guy's name, but he turns and looks at the camera on the sideline and says, "Hey, Ma, tell so-and-so she put too much salt in the pound cake."
Oh,
Really?
was it the Campbell's? Is that when they were doing like the Campbell chunky soup?
No, it was like
I don't remember
the
that.
hidden NFL. The
I don't
guys are
remember
mic'd
that.
up.
Was
Oh,
it
man.
Stubblefield?
It
Brian
could
Young?
have been,
Stubblefield?
but it was so much. He put too much
Ricky
salt in the
Waters?
pound cake. His mom,
I'm like guessing all you
coincidentally enough, his mom's friend saw that, and they weren't friends anymore after that.
What?
Can you believe that?
For real?
Yeah, for real. There was like a huge story about it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
one
look
of
it
the
up.
famous clips on the hidden
JB,
NFL.
that's your job.
Remember
Look that
Jerry
up.
Glanville too?
100%.
This is the
Atlanta
NFL.
Falcons.
This is the NFL, which stands for not for
for
long,
long.
but to make them crap
That
calls.
I remember.
I'll be selling groceries.
That I remember.
Guess where I lived? Because he was coach of Atlanta at the
Yeah.
time. Guess where I lived? I was living in Atlanta.
No kidding.
So I know
He
Jerry
was something,
Glanville.
that guy.
Oh man, those old videos are so great.
Mr. Short Sleeve
Oh
Black
my
Shirt.
God,
Yep.
so great.
Cowboy boots.
Guys, we got what we believe is a fun show for you today.
We do.
We'll talk some Lions as well. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we're going to talk to Jeff Risdon, who covers the Lions for Lions Wire, at Jeff Risdon on Twitter. And he put out a couple of stories. One, top 5 guys the Lions should go after in free agency, and top 5 guys the Lions might go after in as a cap casualty. We'll talk to him. He also does a lot of great draft stuff. We'll talk to him about that.
Does a great job.
Absolutely. So we'll go through that list. We'll do it next. And then I got a question for you guys, too. When do you mentally, when you're taking a vacation,
Yeah.
okay, when do you mentally leave?
Somebody going on vacation?
When do you mentally check out of work? We'll do that
ASAP.
coming up.
I didn't hear
First, a message from Custom Health Centers. Custom Health Centers takes the willpower out of weight loss. That's right. Whether it's 20 pounds, 120 pounds, Custom Health Centers has the plan for you. It's a customized approach to weight loss. What your body needs, that's exactly what the program they give you. All you have to do, I'm down 16 plus pounds
Ooh,
since I
look at
started
you.
the program. I'm feeling good. My pants are falling down. There is no better feeling than when your clothes don't fit you anymore because the clothes are too big. That's right. Hey, call them today. 844-789-THIN. That number, 844-789-THIN.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's Detroit sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports, driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
All right, guys, we got a couple of trips coming up for all of us. Really,
True.
we got some time off.
Yeah.
At what point do you guys take the mental break? When do you check out? I got to be honest with you. I'll start.
Yeah, you're not here.
I'll start. I'm just having fun today. I'm going out of town for a couple of days on Tuesday. So I've got today and I've got Monday. Monday is, you want to talk about a Ryan Ermanni mail-in day.
Are you doing Fox on Monday?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You gonna do those corny jokes?
Do you like my dad jokes?
Yeah.
I do my dad jokes every morning. You were pissed, I feel like, on my Instagram.
I was. Like I haven't been invited to it. Hey, Braylon, knock knock. I haven't been invited.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to record it and wait till tomorrow to play it in the morning. I'll record.
I thought I was your boy.
We don't work at Fox.
You know what? I'm starting to realize that. I'm starting to
We're the
realize that.
stepchild.
He's come in. He's a different guy
don't care
now.
about
No. This is something I do in the morning.
Talk to the hand.
I'm up at 4:30. I gotta do something.
Hey, screw you and your dad jokes.
Hey,
Exactly.
look at you.
and your dad jokes.
I gotta do something to
it's
keep
right
myself
here.
interested.
It's right here.
I wake up at
Hey, give him this.
4:30.
There you go.
I mean, my dad jokes are taking off like
pretty
wildfire.
They are.
No, they're
I mean,
pretty-
did you
they're
hear
pretty
today's
good.
dad joke?
All right, go ahead.
I would
Okay.
see if I commented on
Okay,
it.
but you probably don't remember it after the 103 Club.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ach.
No,
Oh.
this is a new one
All right,
today.
can you
All
just
right.
finish it?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Beats.
Beats me.
Beats who?
This guy's stealing jokes over
Beats
here.
who?
Beats me.
Listen, Ryan.
Is that killing you?
Oh, it's a killer.
Ryan, if you're gonna do the dad joke thing, like the dad jokes,
Yeah.
they're back. I think
Right.
dad jokes came back in
I
like
think so.
October, September. Yeah,
Seriously.
they're back.
Hey,
Ryan,
why-
you gotta come up with some new ones though.
Why aren't people's noses 12 inches?
Why?
Because it'd be a foot.
That's good.
I'm going to steal that. That'll be my dad joke for Monday. David
That
Gittleman
was damn
says,
good.
I check out about a half a day before
That's
the
it?
departure.
That's it,
A
Dave?
half a day. I mean, I feel like once I get through today, I'm like, my mind is gone.
If I'm being honest, the week leading to set trip, like wherever it is. So let's say my trip is Friday. Monday, I'm already checked out. Like I'm done Monday. Like I'm legitimately on autopilot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I'm gonna be wherever I'm going. I think once you get into that week where that vacation is happening, oh man, it's from jump. You're out of there.
You know, one of the things too about this is I feel like when we just come in here and talk anyway,
the best.
we have our best shows.
the
Oh,
best.
yeah.
You know, when we're just talking,
what it's supposed
we're not
to do.
doing all this sports. Let me give you the stats. Yeah. Let me give you the stats about what happened in
exit velo
the
of that
Red
one.
Wings. Let me tell you the
my
velo
God.
tonight.
So
the
since
arm angle and the
1999.
exit velocity
Exit
came down
velo.
here. Or how about that backstroke on the? I mean, I
Ask
don't
me if I
freaking
give
know.
two craps about that stuff.
Oh, did you see Robbie Fabry last night? How he got down the ice in 2.6 seconds. Oh
See, the
my
thing about
God. Speaking of
Mahomes
which,
is
how about
he
those
has a
Red
2
Wings?
second-
How about
5 in a
those
row.
Red Wings?
Holy crap!
I tweeted that too.
You
5 in
know?
a row, baby.
Oh my gosh!
5 in a row, looking like something, man.
How good
my
does it look
gosh.
when they play the Flames in Calgary? It always looks good to me on TV.
Lot of red.
A lot of red.
Lot of red.
It's just so cool looking.
How about Tim France?
D-Max
I
Tim.
love Tim France. Tim, check in with us anytime you want, buddy. I check out a week in advance.
See, but
Now,
Tim,
now,
you're
Tim, what
my
do you do?
guy, dude.
Tim, what do you do for a living?
You're my
I want to
guy.
hear what you do for a living.
he's right. That's what I'm talking about. Like, man, once you get into that Monday of, I'm out of here, man. I'm gone. Or let's say you're leaving a Tuesday. I'd have been checked out starting yesterday.
When do you check out when you're going on a vacation? 313-552-6322. When do you check out? 313-552-6322.
Nobody's getting work done.
Oh my gosh, this one, Andrew Klingerman. I check out a month. You know, I mean, isn't that hilarious?
That's
Dude,
beautiful.
people just,
Yeah.
I mean,
Christmas time.
Right.
Go to
That's the
Christmas
worst.
time.
Right.
I mean, I'm completely done by mid-December.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
completely
gosh.
done and right up through the new year.
My gosh.
I got you beat. My mom's birthday is December 4th. Like at my mom's birthday, I'm already checked out.
So that's
December.
what happened.
100%. I'm checked out at like once because it's like Big Ten championship, mom's birthday. I'm checked out till.
Oh,
New
it's
Year's.
just so fun. I mean, I just moral of the story, whether you're going somewhere or you're just like taking a day off, man, you got to look forward to something. You need something on the calendar that you're looking forward
Well,
to.
Friday's a kind of checkout.
Friday is a great checkout day. Nobody works till 5, 6 o'clock on Friday. You know, at a traditional
Barely 12.
at a
nowadays.
traditional job.
Correct.
I'm saying, like when you're doing, an 8 to 5 and 8 to 6 job.
We're dropping our pants here, by the way. We're telling everyone.
Well, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I know.
That's where you're gonna get honesty on the show.
That is true.
You
You
know
know,
what I mean? You're just getting honesty.
You know, since COVID, like a lot of people still work at home.
Right.
Like, I got homeboys that still work at the crib. Like Friday, my one homeboy Max. Man, Max is checked out by 10 o'clock playing 2K.
Oh, if
on
you're
Friday.
working from home, you don't even show up on
Discipler
Friday.
22. I check
Straight
out every day.
PS5.
Attaboy.
I check out the moment I see the itinerary.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good
This
one.
is so funny. Joey 2 times. Woodward Sports checks out from 2 to 4.
Oh,
he wants his
excellent, Joey.
sports talk.
Yo.
We're going to give it to you, buddy.
That's
We're going
funny.
to give it to you.
That's funny.
That is good. Very good.
Oh, Joey.
Heaven forbid have some fun on a Friday. I love it, though, guys. It is
Clown
it,
emoji.
it is so fun. Adam Morency, I check out the day I board the plane, but then always get back fire for me by the time I get to my vacation spot.
Boo.
Come
They
on,
start
Adam.
calling and emailing.
Boo.
Adam, you're better than
I mean,
that.
those working vacations, you can't do the working vacations.
Well, first of
can
all,
you?
working and vacation don't go together. So
That's right.
let's start there. If it's a vacation, it's no work involved.
Guys, in advance of Jeff Risdon joining us, Jeff Risdon, of course, really good, covers the Lions for Lions Wire at Real GM at Jeff Risdon. He did a couple of stories, 5 cap casualties, potential cap casualties the Lions could have some interest in this offseason. I want to just throw some names out to you, and then we'll discuss them with you guys, and we'll discuss them with Jeff. Panthers linebacker Shaq Thompson, Steelers cornerback William Jackson, Broncos offensive lineman Graham
I
Glasgow,
remember him.
former
Yeah.
Detroit Lion, former University of Michigan Wolverine, Rams tight end Tyler Higbee, and Saints offensive guard Andres Pete.
Oh, wow.
Pete, I remember
He used
back
to
in
be
the
a
day
number
that
one pick.
They were going to draft him. He
Yeah.
was on their board for draft. Well,
Let me
at
bring up a
least-
tight end for a minute here. The tight end position, I swear to you, I'm happy with the
Me
way our
too.
tight ends are.
Me too.
I don't think we need another one. I want to see James Mitchell grow into that position. And I like Brock Wright and Shane Zylstra. I really do.
Unless they suck at blocking. I don't know the intricacies
Right.
of
Neither do
that.
I.
If they feel like they need somebody like a 6th offensive lineman,
Right.
maybe these guys are good pass catchers, good route runners, but they suck at blocking.
But didn't
I
they-
don't know that.
Didn't the team get better when they traded T.J. Hawkinson?
They did.
They got better.
So what I would say is, and I've said this before, one, Tyler Higbee is not a blocking tight end right in mind. He's a pass receiving tight end.
Yeah.
If you remember, he's the
Yeah.
only one Baker Mayfield seemed to throw the ball to. The way the Lions run their offense, they're outside in. Like you'll see a lot of teams now, they're trying to find the George Kittle, or they're trying to find the Travis Kelce, or they're trying to find the Goddards, or etc. The way the Lions run their system, it runs through Amon-Ra St. Brown, it runs through Jamison Williams, or it will run through Jamison Williams this year, DJ Shark when he's healthy. And then in the backfield, you see DeAndre Swift gets out of the backfield a lot, catches a lot of screens, takes them the distance, if you will. They don't need Travis Kelce. They don't need those type of tight ends the way they run their offense. So if I'm them, I'm not interested in the tight end. I still don't know what James Mitchell is. Zylstra has proved that he's catching touchdowns when he's in the red zone. And then Brock Wright's proven that he's your best blocking tight end. They don't need a tight end.
I'll take Brock Bowers, though.
Well, look, I mean,
He's got another year.
I
Yeah,
know.
he's not even eligible
I know.
yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'll wait.
I will
He's a monster.
tell you from the tight end position, they scored touchdowns at will. I think Jared Goff threw more touchdown passes to the tight end position than he did to the wide
Zylstra
receiver
had
position,
4,
to be
Brock
honest
Wright
with
had
you.
2, and James Mitchell had 2.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure Goff threw more touchdowns to the tight end position than he did to wide
did,
receivers
probably.
since the trade of Hawkinson, and they won 8 games. So I don't see where the need is to spend a lot of money or any money really when you just have these guys, especially James Mitchell.
We also got to talk to Jeff about DJ Chark. That's Braylon's guy. Today they voided his contract. He had a couple of voidable years in that 1-year deal plus. So he's not under contract right now. DJ Chark. Just to let you know.
Yeah, 100%. You watch early in the year, it was no production. He was injured. You start to wonder, maybe this is why the Jacksonville Jaguars decided to get rid of him when they needed a wideout and pay Christian Kirk $22, $23 million a year. But DJ Chark, he came on. Once he got healthy, he came on for the Detroit Lions. He did. And I kind of like the nucleus, man. You got a guy in DJ Chark that's 6'3.5", runs 4'3", can get down the field, is a big body. You have Jameson Williams, who's runs 4'2", low 4'3", can get down the field and runs routes. And then you got Amon-Ra, who's your third down guy. He's your dependable guy. He's Mr. Catch Everything. So I like that trio. And I think they voided his contract because they're trying to figure out how to work and how to keep him. But I think they got to keep DJ Chark. It's a good – because you don't have to pay him a king's ransom.
Right.
And that's what I think is key.
I think he likes it here. I think they did speak to him, and he's like, look, I don't know where I'm going to be. I did like my time in Detroit. I remember them right after they finally finished off and beat Green Bay. They talked to him a couple days after that, and it looks like he wants to. This looks like everyone wants to stay here.
Yeah, I mean, you heard Kaminsky. Talking about last year wanting to be out.
Jamal Williams
couldn't wait to get out of here. Now Kaminsky he said, as soon as the season's over, I can't wait to get back. I pray they keep me back. Everybody wants to be here.
Guys, let me get to this too. 5 free agent quarterbacks who should have interest in the Lions as a backup to Jared Goff. I think this is a really interesting list because they're going to draft somebody, but they absolutely need some sort of veteran with league experience. Yep. I believe this Detroit Lions team is a Super Bowl caliber football team.
You need to back yourself up.
You are one play away from being
quarterbackless.
One quarterback away from being not very good. So he lists Joshua Dobbs, 28-year-old.
He really played well for the Titans.
Absolutely.
Off the scrap heap here from the Lions.
Andy Dalton. Spent much of the year as the primary starter for the New Orleans Saints. Drew Lock.
Okay.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh, I like
and
Gardner.
Cooper Rush. I mean, right off the jump, I would say I would think that Andy Dalton fits perfectly in this.
I think Jacoby Brissett's missing off of that list. I like
Jacoby Brissett might be a starter next year.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You never know. You never know.
On that list that you said, who was Gardner Minshew? Gardner Minshew is named to sticks out. You're talking about a backup quarterback. I think Gardner Minshew has gotten to the space where he knows he's a backup. Like, this is no longer Jacksonville in 2015 or 17, whatever it was. So he's not going to be a starter. He would be a good backup. The reason why I don't like who's the guy you just said you like?
I like Andy Dalton.
This is the reason why I don't like Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton plays like he knows like he's not that good. Like I don't know how to describe it, but like when Andy Dalton plays, like he plays okay. But then he makes mistakes at the end. Then he throws interceptions. It's almost like he knows that, whatever. Like it's kind of like it's very eerily similar to Jay Cutler. Now Jay Cutler had the worst resting whatever face, whatever. But Jay Cutler is almost eerily similar with Andy Dalton. It's like, would you like Andy Dalton?
The thing about Dalton, I think, too, all the intangibles.
He used to be a Pro Bowler.
The years as a starter, the years as a playoff participant. I mean, he didn't win anything, but he did play in the playoffs. Yeah. He was a former Pro Bowler, and to add a 35-year-old veteran, really, when you're going to have a rookie quarterback at some point, they are going to draft a quarterback at some point in this draft. To have him in that room with a guy like Andy Dalton who's been there, done that, instead of a guy that's learning along with some rookie. And I think, new set of eyes could help Jared Goff, too. I mean, Jared Goff is not God's gift to quarterbacking either. I mean, he could use all the help he can get. And could could Andy Dalton get you through a month of the season and go 2-2? I think Andy Dalton could. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Jeff Risdon. Really thought-provoking pieces here on the free agent quarterbacks, the potential draft casualties, or potential cap casualties, and, of course, take a look ahead at the NFL draft. We'll do that next with Jeff. But first, a message from Fairway Packing Company. It is the weekend, and if you are looking for a way to elevate your dinner, choose Fairway Packing Company. Family-owned and operated since 1956. You can try the Burrata blended burgers. That's what we're having tonight for dinner, actually. The award-winning Chop House steaks and You can impress your friends with dry-aged Wagyu tomahawk steaks. Are you kidding me? See why the top chefs in the country choose Fairway. Visit their steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods. Or you can order online. They ship anywhere. Visit fairwaypacking.com. Fairwaypacking.com. Sourced, cut, aged, packed to perfection.
Perfection.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Insurance group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. This is very rewarding, and actually it's very rewarding because it also comes with great responsibility. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or you volunteer as a coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, the parents, and the volunteers are taken care of. Take care of your community. Swiss Insurance Group.
Guys, let's continue the Lions talk with Jeff Risdon. Covers the Lions for Lions Wire at RealGM at Jeff Risdon. Wrote a couple of thought-provoking pieces here that you can get excited about and debate with your friends. 5 free agent quarterbacks who should interest the Lions. 5 potential cap casualties that interest the Lions this offseason. Jeff, great stuff, man. Thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, thanks for having me in, guys. Appreciate being with you.
Absolutely. So first off, before we get into some of the things that you wrote, just from a 10,000-foot view, when you look at the Lions this offseason, you know, we know that Brad Holmes can draft. He has yet to need to bring anybody in of substance really through free agency. How big do you think he will go this free agent season?
I don't expect them to be like a prime player. They're not Jerry Jones Cowboys. They're not Daniel Snyder's Commanders. They're going to add, but I think you're going to see them go a little bit higher. Than like last year, the big signings were DJ Shark, and he worked out okay. But I think you can see them spending a little bit more this offseason. But again, it's augmenting. They're not building through free agency. They're bringing in pieces that help with what they're trying to do with building in the draft and growing the young core that they've got. I expect that they'll be looking at a free agent quarterback to be the backup for Jared Goff. I expect them to bring in probably a running back. It's a ridiculously deep running back free agent class, and that includes Jamal Williams and Justin Jackson in there. And defensive line help. It makes a lot of sense to bring in some veterans on this defense. They've kind of skimped there lately, other than Michael Brockers, and looks like his time's done. So, you know, don't expect them to be like going after, you know, the primary players. They're not in the market for Saquon Barkley. They're not in the market for a guy like Daron Payne. Those guys are just going to make too much money. But that next tier down is where you can see them hitting it in free agency.
Hey, Jeff, we made fun of this team last year when they brought back pretty much all their guys from 3-13-1. Let's run back 3-13-1. Yeah. but this year, now we want these guys back. I mean, we want to see Isaiah Buggs and John Kaminsky. We want to see Jamal Williams and DJ Chark. You mentioned those guys just a moment ago. How many of those guys do you think they bring back? Any of them? All of them?
I think you're going to see most of Kaminsky as a given. I don't think he wants to look anywhere else in free agency. And he was a great find. Like, this is a guy that the Falcons can figure out how to use. And it comes to Detroit, and when he was on the field last year, there was such a marked difference in how well the defense played, but specifically how well Aiden Hutchinson played. He made Aiden Hutchinson a lot better, and don't think that the Lions don't know that. the guys that I have questions about are guys like Anzalone, Will Harris. Those are the guys that I wonder if they'll be back or not. I don't think they can afford Evan Brown. I think he's going to get starter center money somewhere else, and I kind of think that they feel that already too. Amon-Ra played his way out. I don't really think he wants to be back, so I don't expect him back. But Jamal certainly would be willing to come back. He's expressed that. Chark is an interesting one because, like, you look at the Chicago Bears in the last week of the season, and you can make a legit argument that Lions practice squad receiver Tom Kennedy would have been their number one wide receiver. So it's going to be hard to outbid desperate teams. Cleveland's another team that desperately needs size and speed at wide receiver. That's what DJ Chark gives you. So I kind of think that he might be a goner, but the rest of the guys, I think they're going to be back. And like you said, it's a total flip. Like last year, I criticized them. Why in the world did you bring Alex Anzalone back? Why is Tim Boyle back on this football team? Like, there's no reason for this. And it turned out there was a lot of method to their madness, and it worked out. And God bless them for that.
Talking to Jeff Risdon from Lions Wire. Hey, Jeff, let's get into it. Let's talk about the draft. A lot of people still asking that same question. Is Jared Goff the guy? Can Jared Goff be the guy? Well, I say no. Are you a fan of taking a quarterback in this NFL draft? The Lions never draft quarterbacks in the first round. That's why we're always stuck trying to find one. What do you think? The age-old question. Do you make a move for C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, if it's possible?
I would. Not Young, but I would do it for Stroud. I would do it for Anthony Richardson because the timeline that you're looking at with Jared Goff. Jared Goff's your starter in 2023. There's no question about that. And Lions fans should be happy about that. Dude was great last year, and he's earned that chance. The thing is, if he's the same guy in 2023 that he was in 2022, you're going to have to pay him $50 million a year. I don't know if that's something that you want to do if you're the Detroit Lions. And because one of the reasons why he's been so good is you got a really strong core team around him. If you're paying him that much, you can't pay Penei Sewell. You can't pay Amon-Ra St. Brown their fair market value on their next contract, or you're going to have to cut some other guys off that are a little bit lower on the ladder. And then that impacts the ability for Jared Goff to be the best Jared Goff that he can be. So you've got to have an insurance policy in place for that. C.J. Stroud's phenomenal. I think he's great. I know that there's a lot of people that are down on him because he went to a school in Ohio. You got to get past that. You get it. Have to. You get it. He's a really, really talented, high-end prospect with a very high ceiling and high floor. I like him a lot. Richardson is the lottery ticket, and I think that's probably honestly where I would go more. Because there's a guy, I don't want him playing in 2023. And in Detroit, he doesn't have to do that. In 2024, he can be the next Cam Newton. I'm going to take a shot at that with an extra draft pick. That's my philosophy. I don't know if the Lions believe that. That's what I would do.
Jeff, do you think a guy like Richardson would last until the second pick in that round 8, number 18? And how about a kid from Houston, the Clayton Tune kid from Houston? What do you think of him?
I love him.
All right. With Richardson, that's a great question about if he lasts 18 or not. In most mock drafts right now, he's not. But we're gonna learn a lot about that at the Combine in a couple of weeks when I'm down there in Indy. That's sort of when we learn, like, okay, the smoke that's with this guy, is there fire behind that, or is it something? Clayton Tune is an interesting guy. He has a good arm, better than I expected. I saw him in person at the Senior Bowl.
He's legit.
He's quality. I wouldn't draft him as a starter, and I'm not sure that he will ever be an NFL starter. But he's got an arm. He can throw on the run. He's a smart guy. He just makes some really poor decisions, and he's got to get that ball out quicker, man. He holds on to that ball way too long. Makes it too easy for the defense at times. But he's a guy that intrigues you in the third, fourth round. Probably is about where he's going to go. Yeah, he's somebody you would look at. Not necessarily as a guy that will take over for Jared Goff eventually, but a guy who's your long-term backup, who can come in and play 2-3 games if you need it in a pinch.
Jeff, how about how do you see the first 6 picks laying out? Do you see Chicago holding on to that one? And if so, if they pick defense, if they go Jalen Carter, if they do hold on to it, if one of those quarterbacks slips to 6, you got to take him, or do you trade it to Carolina and get a king's ransom at 9?
That's a good question. I think Chicago's trading out. That seems to be what everybody in Chicago is talking about. I live in West Michigan, where I'm in earshot of Chicago radio, and they are all just begging the Bears to trade out. So that sentiment is definitely there. As for the Lions, if I get an offer from Carolina or whoever might need a quarterback coming up there, Tennessee is a good example, because Tennessee, they benched Malik Willis for Lions practice squad refugee Josh Dobbs, and it needed to happen. They can't pay Ryan Tannehill; he's going to be a free agent soon. So they're a team that could certainly be interested in moving up. Yeah, I would absolutely listen to that, and I would probably take that over taking a quarterback. Again, unless I like Stroud a lot, man.
Me too.
It'd be tough to trade away the ability to get him. If he's gone, then I'm making that move in a heartbeat.
Hey, Jeff, let me ask you, just based on the two lists that you provided, the 5 free agent quarterbacks who the Lions may be looking at to back up Jared Goff, and, of course, the 5 potential cap casualties that should interest the Lions. We were just having some fun with these two lists. I like Andy Dalton. Who would you take off that list to back up Jared Goff? And then for the cap casualties, man, Graham Glasgow seems like he would be a natural fit to bring back over here too. Which, if you had to whittle your list down from 5 to 1 on each list, who would you take?
Quarterback, I'm taking Cooper Rush. Maybe it's the Mac shill in me. I'm an Ohio Bobcat. I was going to pull from the Mac guys.
Scott Mitchell.
So I'm going to go with Cooper Rush there. I like what he did in Dallas. You laid it out right before the break last time. If you get a backup quarterback that can win you 80% of the games that he plays at the level that he played at, and that's what he did. Now, you look at Cooper Rush's last start in Dallas, and that was rough, man. And that's why he's always going to be backup, because the Eagles roughed him up something fierce, man. But I like him. I've always had a soft spot for him. I got to sit down with him for like 45 minutes at the Shrine Bowl a few years ago. I'm like, I really, really like this guy. He's a consummate backup professional. He can do what Jared Goff does. That's important. So I would take him. I love Andy Dalton, but I think his time has come and gone. And I think also you're going to be paying a little bit more for that one. So that one's, I wouldn't fault anybody for wanting Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go a little bit less expensive on that. As for the cut guys, man, Shaq Thompson,
linebacker, Panthers.
He's the answer to exactly what the Lions want at inside linebacker. A guy who can turn and cover, a guy who's aware, who makes plays on the ball. He can attack the run downhill. He can get outside the tackle box and make plays. This guy has over 100 tackles just about every season. Converted safety from when he played at Washington, and he can play that hybrid role. That's helping your defense a whole lot, and that's saving you from having to draft a guy that you'll have to teach the new system. Like, this is a guy he's ready to step into Aaron Glenn's defense in the middle of that 4-2-5 right now. Put him next to Rodrigo. Have Derek Barnes as your kind of bigger thumper coming off the bench, or if they ever go to a 3 linebacker set, which they did, I think 11 plays last year.
Yeah,
that works for me, man. And he's a guy you're gonna have to pay for him. You're gonna pay $8 million maybe a year. That might be higher than what the Lions are going, but if I'm Brad Holmes, I'm paying that, because he's the centerpiece to your defense that every Lions fan would want. I know they don't necessarily know him that well because he played in anonymity in Carolina. That guy can play, man.
Jeff, let's step away from talking about free agency as well as the draft, and let's talk about the team in 2023. Based on how they finished 8-2 last 10 games, looks like they're on the right track. They have money to play with. They have great picks. What is a realistic projection for what the Detroit Lions can do after everything next season?
So I'm old enough to be lionized.
No Kool-Aid drinking. No Kool-Aid drinking, Jeff. Be honest with me.
Honestly, I think they should be no worse than co-favorites to win the NFC North along with the Vikings. I think we throw a little bit too much shade at the Vikings for how they skated through the season. That's a good football.
Yeah, damn good.
Good football team. I expect those two to be the top teams competing for the NFC North title next year. I expect the Lions to win 10, maybe 11 games. Looking at their schedule and the way that it plays out, like they've got the pieces, they've got the young core. As long as the offense stays potent, and I think they're going to do some things that will help keep it that way. They're a really, really good football team. They're a top 4, top 5 team in the NFC. No doubt in my mind about that. And
I like it.
Hopefully they can break that playoff drought that dates back to Well, it was 1991 when I was a freshman in college.
My God.
I need a win, guys.
I was 8.
I'm ready for it, and this team can deliver it.
No doubt. Hey, Jeff, before we let you get out of here, we've talked earlier in the week, too, about any big, bad, bold moves that Brad Holmes would do. Do you think that there is a better than 50-50 possibility that he would trade one of those first-round picks for Jalen Ramsey this offseason? Does that solve a lot of problems?
It would solve a lot of problems. It also creates some other problems, though. Jalen Ramsey is a guy who plays for the name on the back more than the name on the front and the name on the helmet. And and you're also going to have to pay him a lot of money. A lot of money. So that's a tough one. I don't think they're going to do it, honestly. I think they're going to take their chances with a lower-tiered free agent in veteran in quarterback, and I will be very surprised if they don't use one of those first round picks on a cornerback, whether it's a slot like Brian Branch out of Alabama with the 18 pick, or whether it's Christian Gonzalez, Devon Witherspoon, like all those guys. They're all.
Christian won't be there at 18. Christian's going to kill the combine.
A lot with what the cornerbacks are in this class.
Yeah.
And there's guys day 2, day 3 that can also play. Quite a few of them. We'll get more into those after the combine once we see those guys run. But phenomenal year to need cornerbacks, and the Lions need at least one. So I don't think they're going to make that sort of a bold move.
Okay,
Jeff, great stuff, man. We certainly appreciate it. Love to have you back when you're down for the combine, if that's okay. Great stuff. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Jeff.
You got it.
Thanks,
Jeff Risdon.
you,
Follow him on Twitter at Jeff Risdon, RISDON, @RealGM, and, of course, covers the Lions for Lions Wire. I am way over for a break. Got to get to it now. But first, a message from SMA.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast, this is the S word, and the S word stands for stigma, because they are trying to destigmatize mental health. Sean Jordan does an amazing job of providing content, providing information, and providing conversations. Look, when you struggle, when you're going through things, like, it's okay to not be okay, but where do you go to get that information? thesportsma.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Hey, it's Maz for Cousins Maine Lobster. Cousins-Maine-Lobster.com. I need you to
eat it
click
now
on that QR code right next to my big old mug. Cousins Maine Lobster's food truck is up for Food Truck of the Year, and you can help them win it, and they're going to help you win some cash. So this is how you do it. Make sure you go vote for them at Freep.com's Best of Detroit. Follow them on Facebook at Facebook.com/CML Detroit. That's Cousins Maine Lobster Detroit. And once you do that, vote for them, and you'll have your chance to win a $300 Visa gift card as long as they win Food Truck of the Year. It's that easy. CousinsMaineLobster.com, your best seafood. It sounds like it feels like you're from Maine, up in New England, but you're right here in Detroit, USA. CousinsMaineLobster.com.
Welcome back on a beautiful Friday. Braylon Edwards, Ermanni, Tom Mazawey. Just talking to Jeff Risdon of Lions Wire. I love the answer he gave, Brian, when I asked. I said, what's the expectation? Like, well, not expectation, like, what's the best scenario? Or what do you think after having a good offseason? What's a real projection for the Detroit Lions? He answered it, hit the nail on the head. Challenging for the NFC North. I think that's a great representation. So many people, Super Bowl, NFC Championship. I think challenging for the NFC North, which I believe they could win. think that's the expectation.
Well, we only expect them to ascend, right? I mean, only get better from where they were a year ago.
I would say second place, you're right.
Winning 8 of the last 10 games they played. I do find this interesting that the more you will see of Anthony Richardson. Now, Chad Johnson, our owner here, Lady Jane's in Woodward Sports, has been talking about Anthony Richardson for the last 3 months. Specifically, the Detroit Lions were the only team in the NFL to attend live in person each and every one of Anthony Richardson's games that he played here at Florida this last season. The only team in the NFL. They see something in him. They love him. I'm not so sure they don't take him at 6.
I'll take him
as a free square. If they can't trade back and still get their guy,
take him.
I am not in any way, shape, or form would be surprised after the combine, after all this stuff, after talking to yourself about. I would not be shocked if they took him at 6.
You hear Jeff? Cam Newton-esque?
Who, by the way, led a team to a 15-1 record in MVP in a Super Bowl.
He was a superstar. I don't know what the hell happened to him towards the end, but he had it all.
The more these months go,
what happened at the end, though.
The more these months go along. I mean, I'm not even shocked if Anthony Richardson's the third quarterback taken.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
I could see our guy from Kentucky slipping.
Who should slip?
Dan Orlovsky today, by the way, called the next Josh Allen.
Really?
Dan Orlovsky on Twitter today, saw breaking him down.
Wow.
He's doing the tape.
How much money is he getting from him?
He's
He's
breaking down the tape, and he's like, oh, I know somebody that does this. Look at this. I know somebody that does that. Yeah, he plays in Buffalo.
He didn't win any games.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah, listen, man. Let's go back to Anthony Richardson. People talk about Anthony Richardson. I'm not high on Anthony Richardson. It is what it is. We'll watch him. We'll watch him go through combine. We'll watch him go through pro day. What I saw was a lot of interceptions. What I saw was a lot of running around. What I saw was not a high completion percentage. What I saw was backyard football. Now Florida sucks. So maybe he has to get into a right system. You get him in the right system. You get him with Ben Johnson. You get him with Mark Brunell. Maybe that changes. I just don't see him as the quarterback for the Detroit Lions. The way that they built their team, offensive line, running game, Jared Goff, kind of an older school quarterback, stand in the pocket. He has all day. He completes the passes. I don't see Anthony Richardson in that system.
You know what's so friggin' funny?
I just don't see it.
You know what's so friggin' funny? This is what we do here.
Yes.
Okay, listen to me for a second. And I really mean this because I feel.
He said Will Levis was Josh Allen.
Listen to me for a minute here, Braylon.
I'd take him too.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So this is so dumb, and this is
that 100 proof.
This is exactly what we do in this business as sports fans on this freaking microphone. Listen to me.
What do we know?
Listen to me. I came in here every week during the college football season. Most likely it was on a Tuesday where we talked an extended version of college football because Monday was the day for the Lions. If you go back to any Tuesday show in the fall, you would hear me at some point for a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, telling you how bad I thought Will Levis was.
Yeah.
This kid sucks. He can't play. He can only score 3 points a game. He throws 10 passes. 3 of them are to the other team. How bad he sucks. The longer he has gone without playing, the more I hear people talk about him. I'm talking myself into drafting Will Levis at 6.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's so easy how it happens.
Yes.
I am now convinced that Will
I
Levis.
would take him too.
I'm so convinced that Will Levis should be the pick.
No. Stop with this Will Levis stuff.
I swear to God.
Stop with the Will Levis
Listen,
stuff.
I just want a quarterback.
Okay, I vibe on that. But stop with the Will Levis stuff, and this is why. Every conversation about Will Levis is excuses made for why his completion percentage was what it was.
Does Braylon Edwards play quarterback? I'll take him.
I'm trying to tell you, somebody needs to get back there, not road. But anyway, so every conversation about Will Levis. The reason why his completion percentage was down is because, wide receivers dropped a lot of passes. Well, the reason why he throws interception is because he's had 3 different offensive coordinators. It's so many excuses. The last time I heard that many excuses about a quarterback that people were thinking about taking in the top 5 was Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky was like, well, why?
But he lit it up at UNC at least.
He was 6-6.
But at least the numbers, the offense.
He was 6-6.
I'm just saying, he lit it up offensively.
He was 6-6.
I didn't say he was a winner.
He was 6.
I didn't say he was a winner.
6. Well, what do you have to be a starting quarterback? You got to win. And you got to win. You gotta be a winner. There's a unicorn every once in a while. Patrick Mahomes, he didn't win at Texas Tech. Thank you, Cliff Kingsbury. But he didn't win. He's a unicorn. The quarterbacks that win Super Bowls, they have won either conference championships, national championships, high school championships, something. They have won. Will Levis hasn't done diddly dookie.
Listen, earlier I wanted to ask Jeff this question, but we kept him too long. On our chat, Woodward Sports Chat, at LFG, wanted to know about the Stanford quarterback, Tanner McKee, getting him in the later rounds. You guys know anything about Tanner McKee?
Guys, listen to me. Guys. Can I have the one shot? You cannot take a quarterback in the freaking 4th round. It doesn't freaking work. If you want a freaking quarterback, you have to take him in the 1st round. Or get extremely blessed and lucky that a guy like Jalen Hurts is talked about so negatively that he falls in your lap in the 2nd round.
In the COVID draft, nonetheless.
That will not happen this year.
Why can't you take 2 quarterbacks? Like Clayton Tune is the reason why I said, look at what the 49ers have done. Look how many quarterbacks they've taken over the past 5 years. Look at a guy like Brock Purdy. How you had
they
that.
Found one.
I'm not saying draft Clayton Tune as your number 1, Ryan, but Clayton Tune in the 5th round, why not take a flyer on a guy like Clayton Tune and have him on the roster?
It's fine, but the NFL is very simple. 7 of the 8 teams in the divisional round this year were built around a quarterback that was taken in the 1st round. And yes, you can tell me about Brock Purdy all you want in his 6 games.
Someone threw out Brady, by the way.
I'm just get 2 quarterbacks.
Okay, who's the last?
Once in a lifetime.
Who's the last 6th round quarterback since Tom Brady has been taken to win a friggin' Super Bowl?
Once in a lifetime.
Anybody, feel free. 7 of the 8 quarterbacks, 7 of the 8 teams in the divisional round this year were led by a 1st round quarterback. And San Francisco, by the way, was built around Trey Lance, who was taken 3 overall when they already had Jimmy Garoppolo. And yes, Brock Purdy played 6 games. I understand that. But take one in the 6th round if you want after you take one in the 1st round. It's so take this guy, take this guy, take this guy. You need one in the 1st freaking round.
Yeah. Hey, Patriots got Bailey Zappi in the 4th round. He's going to be a good backup quarterback.
Good backup. He ain't leading nobody to a Super Bowl.
You don't know that, but you never know.
The Patriots have been doing that for a minute. Matt Castle.
I'll play the math on it.
Matt Castle 3rd round. Jacoby Brissett. Jimmy Garoppolo. What I'm saying, Ryan, is I'm not challenging you on the 1st round quarterback. Got to get a 1st round quarterback. I get that. But also get another quarterback. If you got a guy like Clayton Tune sitting there in the 5th round, take him as well.
Fine.
We got to have some guys. I think the Lions have to start drafting quarterbacks like Mike Tannenbaum said, because you don't want to be looking middle season, Nate Sudfeld.
Dude, I'm with you. Fletcher, do you have something?
Do you guys want a 1st round quarterback not in the 1st round? I think you take Hendon Hooker. He's sitting there, torn ACL.
26 off of 25,
but he's 25 years old.
Did you see him in Tennessee, though? I mean, he looked immaculate.
He was
beating SEC teams.
His Social Security is kicking in 3 years.
Fletch, he's my favorite.
It's kicking in.
Fletch, you know you've been sitting here every day. Yeah. He's my favorite quarterback in college football this year. I love Hendon Hooker, but he's 25 years old, coming off an ACL injury. I just don't know if that's the guy that you're.
They probably will take him. They love the guys.
I'm not sure that's a guy you are drafting
so you
to
take
be your
him.
future
So you take him in the 5th round, like you guys are talking about, and he's got that 2nd backup spot.
I put it to you like this, Fletch. Looking at this list right now, okay, this has Hendon Hooker projected somewhere between 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions would be crazy to draft him in the 2nd and 3rd. Somehow, if he slips to 5-6, now I entertain it, like you said. I don't mind picking him at 6th. I don't mind picking him in 5th, but 2nd and 3rd, absolutely not.
Without question.
Yeah. Mac Jones was a 1st round pick.
Mac Jones was a 1st round pick.
And he's going to turn out good.
Mac Jones was a 1st round pick.
Very good. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with Mac Jones.
And again, I'm not talking about just teams that are making the playoffs of the 7th seed every year. I'm talking about legitimately going and playing on that 2nd weekend. If you play on the 2nd weekend, you're a good football team. That's what I think. And if you play on the 3rd or heaven forbid 4th, Well, there you go. Guys, fill in the blank Friday. We'll get to it next, but first a message from the Foaling Warehouse.
Yes, sir. The Foaling Warehouse. I had a bowling last night. Not a great night, but probably should have went Foaling instead.
What'd you score,
down
man?
to Hamtramck. I started with a 239 game, and then I went down from there. So, but we won the game, so that's all I care about. So it's Foaling time at Hamtramck. Get on down there. It's like you're going back in time. The place is awesome. Ask for Chris Hutt. Tell him Woodward Sports sent you down there. 2 ways to play it. $12 unlimited open play or private lane reservation. 10 or 12 people on a lane. You get it for 2 hours. It'll run you $120. That's less than $10 per person.
Less than $10 per person?
That's it, my man.
Wow.
It's so cheap to play and awesome. And how about if you're thirsty? They got multiple full bars, over 100 beers on the menu, and the $2 mystery beer machine. If you're hungry, bring your own food in. They'll throw a picnic if you want. It's huge, the place. Have it delivered as well. Get your foal on at foalingwarehouse.com.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh, wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Now is the best time to join Planet Fitness. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. With tons of equipment, a full body workout, and the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. The best part about all of this, you get it all just for $10 a month.
Only $10?
Yes, only $10 a month. Now, Planet Fitness has more than 50 convenient locations in the Metro Detroit area, so no matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness nearby. Join in club today, or you can always check them out online at planetfitness.com.
Hey, welcome back, WoodwardSports.com. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazawey having fun on a Friday. Fletch, JB.
Are you checked out yet?
Not yet. I'm fired up. I'm having some fun. I'm having some fun today. I will tell you, Tom Mazawey, happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, buddy.
We love you so
Thank
much.
you.
We could not.
Love you guys.
We could not
Love you,
do
man.
this show without you. I certainly would never have as
It
much
does not
fun.
work without you, buddy.
No,
Thank
without you. So we absolutely love you. I just wanted
You're
to
my
make
mom's
sure.
favorite character, and I'm her son.
Oh,
I think you're
Thanks,
a lot
Mama
of people's
Bray.
favorites on the show, to be honest with you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And I think that's a blessing to work with you every day. I love you. Just
you
quickly,
too.
before we get to Fill in the Blank Friday, if I could, I feel like Will Levis to you is
Trash.
Malik Willis to us. And by that, I mean, I have never wanted to be more right about anything than Will Levis.
Okay.
Then
I see
excuse
what
me.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
need.
Okay, I got you.
I need Malik Willis to be good in the NFL.
I got you.
I need him to be good. I want him to be so good in the NFL because I want to be right about
it's not
him.
looking good, though.
It's not looking. It's looking horrific. Conversely, you are so sure
That
about
he's
Will
bad.
Levis that he's bad. You need him to be bad.
You know, it's funny when you first started saying it, I was like, absolutely not. I don't want Will Levis. But then once you start talking about, no, you're right. Like I'm very strong on what I believe about Will Levis. Like I've always felt this way about quarterbacks coming to the NFL. But whether it was before I got into the NFL, whether it was after, whether it was during, you gotta be a winner. You gotta have, like, obviously I get it, Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes is special. He's gonna go down as the best quarterback of all time. Quarterbacks that win, they come from winning situations. Like, it doesn't matter who you name. You're like, oh, what did Russell Wilson do? Well, he won the ACC and Big Ten Conference Championships when he was there. Well, what did Cam Newton do? Do we really have to go down this route?
Right.
Quarterbacks, even Tom Brady, you're like, well, Tom didn't win the national championship. Tom had a winning record in
10-2,
Michigan, won the
Orange
Big Ten
Bowl,
twice,
yeah.
and won the Orange Bowl against Sean Alexander, who's one of the most underrated running backs of all time. You gotta win. And when I see Will Levis, I just see people making excuses on, well, yeah, he would have been better if this were the case, or yeah, he would have had a better completion percentage if this was the case. Well, when people make excuses, Ryan Ermanni, I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. Like if I'm a CEO and I own my franchise, I'm the Colts or I'm the Texans or whatever, and I have to have this. People keep telling me on why he struggled or why this stat looks like that. I'm just gonna go to the other guy.
Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go. It is time. Each and every week, we like to play Fill in the Blank Friday. Tom Mazawey, you have the floor.
All right, fellas, here we go. We're going to keep it. Thank you, Braylon, to help me out with these, by the way.
Oh, for sure, brother.
Okay, the new NFL coaches. We know how many were hired? Like five. 6 coaches hired?
Five coaches hired.
Which coach, this NFL coach with the best situation will be blank? Who is it?
I say Shane Steichen.
For the Colts.
For the Colts.
Okay.
I really like Indianapolis's team. I think, of course, they have the Jacksonville Jaguars to contend with in the AFC South. But I think there's an opportunity there if they get a quarterback. They are a quarterback away for contending for a division championship.
Well, they dumped for a reason.
And there are plenty of quarterbacks out there. So I think the coach that is walking into the best situation, whether they take a rookie quarterback or get a free agent quarterback, I think they're in the best situation. I think he's in the best situation moving forward. The Colts.
This one might shock you. I'm going to go with Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos.
I got him written down, too.
That's my guy. I believe that Sean Payton is an elite coach. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to command respect from a team. He also knows how to be the quarterback whisperer in terms of, you see what Drew Brees was when he left San Diego Chargers, who are now Los Angeles Chargers, and got to New Orleans Saints. They were locked at the hip. He was so freaking good. Like, Sean Payton's so freaking good. They have a running back that could be one of the elite running backs in the NFL who tore his ACL last year. They're going to switch to the run. Sean Payton's no dummy. He's going to turn the system to allow Russell Wilson to have success. Russell Wilson didn't have a good year. We won't sugarcoat that. He didn't have a good year. But he also got put in a horrible situation where Nathaniel Hackett couldn't hack it. Pun intended. Yep. So I think you got Russell Wilson, who's a Hall of Famer. You have defensive players. Like Justin Simmons, arguably the best safety in the league. Patrick Surtain is arguably the best.
Their defense was awesome.
Their defense averaged 20 points, and they couldn't win. So I think he's actually in a better situation than most people think. Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, look out.
I think the guy in the worst situation, by the way, or not in the worst situation, I just don't think it'll work out. No, not him. I just that situation is
Jonathan Gannon.
I think Frank Reich in Carolina. Look out in that.
Good defense.
They got real good defense.
I understand that, but I almost feel like Carolina is about to have the same situation as the Las Vegas Raiders did. When you think you're bringing in a better coach and not hiring the guy that everybody wanted. You know
what? Reich is not a Patriot running amok.
I know that, but if you look at the Raiders, man, they were doing good with that. Rich Bisaccia. They should have just kept him. The players want him. There is a little bit to giving up. A good old shiny piece over here for the guy that everybody's going to work for culture-wise. I think the Raiders blew an opportunity to rehire Bisaccia, and I think Carolina blew an opportunity to rehire Wilkes.
Well, we'll figure it out, right? Yeah. We'll see how it rolls down the pipe.
Arizona Cardinals, they stink as an organization.
I don't count them.
They're bleeding.
You know what? I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
And guess what? They made a Super Bowl and almost won it.
Yeah.
They made 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Kurt Warner was the quarterback, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They made 1. I'm tripping. They made 1.
Yeah, they lost to the Steelers. I mean, they should have won that game. James Harrison, 105-yard return at the end of a half.
How about Larry Fitzgerald?
And then Santonio Holmes in the corner.
How about Larry Fitzgerald, known as big wide receiver, slow wide receiver? Larry can't outrun nobody. Never was his name. He caught that slant. And
he gave him the lead.
He outran Troy Polamalu. I tell you that.
With 2 minutes to go, he gave him the lead.
That joker got out. He's caught 2 touchdowns because remember he caught a fade.
Yep.
And then the next one was a 75-yarder. Larry Fitzgerald. That's another good performance that could have been Super Bowl MVP if they would have won. Larry, hell of a performance.
All right. This 2022 surprise team, and there were a few of them in the NFL, this team will take the biggest step in 2023. Who is it?
Me?
Braylon.
All right, I'm not going to go with the obvious.
Who's the obvious?
Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Yeah, Detroit.
Other than the Lions.
Yeah, Detroit Lions.
You could say Lions.
I'm struggling between two teams. I'm struggling between the Jets and the Seahawks.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I think what Geno Smith did there, I think it's kind of a similar situation with Jared Goff, but I think it's a better situation. Like, I think Geno Smith fits that system. They found a way to make it work. They got a lot of young studs on that defense, Ryan. They got a lot of young talent on the offensive line. You got K9, who could have won Offensive Player of the Year. Pete Carroll has new energy now, it seems. So they have good draft position this year. They have money in the offseason. So I think Seattle's going to have a great offseason, and I think Seattle's going to take that next step, especially with Arizona being trashed. The Rams, we don't know if Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald are going to come back and be ready this year. And then also, so I think Seattle.
I have two teams as well, and one of the teams was going to be the Los Angeles Rams. I think with a healthy Matthew Stafford.
But they weren't a surprise team.
They weren't a surprise team, no.
Well, they won 5 games last year.
I guess you can call that a surprise.
Well, the 2-22, like what I meant by surprise was like the Lions at 9-8.
The teams that overachieved
the
in
Jets,
2022.
they were a surprise.
Okay.
The Giants, they were a surprise.
Maybe my second team will qualify. I think everybody's sleeping on the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
I think Deshaun Watson, I'm telling you guys, you may hate him as a person, and that's great. I'm not here to talk about his personal attributes. I'm here to talk about him as a quarterback. And I think an entire season of off-season workouts and in the weight room and in the film room and working with the coaches and working with these teams, everybody better look out for the Cleveland Browns. I'm a big believer in his talents on the field. I think Cleveland might contend Cincinnati for that division.
I can't believe you guys left out the team. The Jags, to me, will be the team to take the next step. I mean, they just added a guy that just got reinstated yesterday in Calvin Ridley.
Did he get reinstated?
Yes.
He did.
To the already terrific offense that they showed. And the way they played in that playoff to come back against the Chargers, Trevor Lawrence throwing 3 early picks and coming back and winning that
3
game.
touchdowns.
And taking the Chiefs to the end of that game and almost knocking out Patrick Mahomes. I got the Jags as my surprise team.
What's the next step, though?
AFC Championship.
Win an AFC
No, I said to make it to the AFC Championship.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot about the Jags.
They're a division winner, though.
And that's Marcus Pollard's team.
That's true. And maybe I looked at it, and maybe that's why.
But they're a surprise team. No one picked them last year.
He's right.
They were a worse team.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
right. They were
right,
the number one pick.
Guys, I'm going to get a break in here. We'll continue on. Fill in the blank Friday. Having fun with us. Tell a friend about Woodward Sports while you're at it. But first, a message from Les Stanford, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Let me tell you about Les Stanford. You can go there right now in Dearborn on Michigan Avenue and drive off in a 2022 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $289 a month. You can do that today or Monday or Tuesday. Anytime you want in the month of February. It is the Truck Central, $289 a month for a 2022 Silverado Les Stanford Chevrolet in Dearborn. Also want to let you know that Les Stanford has expanded into Ferndale, a trusted name for over 50 years. Les Stanford, Buick GMC, same great service that customers have come to know. You can go check them out on Woodward, just south of 9 Mile. Of course, Chevy, Cadillac, Dearborn, Buick GMC in Ferndale, or you can just head right here. All the brands under one umbrella, LesStanford.com, LesStanford.com.
Fine new road.
Find them.
Impressive.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots, he scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes, you'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck, Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta
For sure it
Equipment
does.
has everything you need to get the job done. Give Alta Equipment a call today. If you got a big project coming up, they've got you covered. Call them today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO, the number 2, Alta.
Having some fun here, a fill-in-the-blank Friday. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good,
Good.
man.
Very good.
Enjoying myself. I'm just happy that my guy Tiger is playing good, man. It's like
he's alive.
It's nothing. Hey, that's all you can ask for,
That's it.
man. After 2 days, you want to be alive, man. Tiger typically plays average on Thursday, horrible Friday, and then he plays decent Saturday, and he's always wearing the red and black on Sunday.
Keith Mitchell and Colin Morikawa tied for the lead here at the Genesis. Both 9 under. Tiger on the course on 18, 1 under. So looks like he'll make the weekend. Tom Mazawey, continue, please.
Hey, I'm going to answer this question first, by the way.
Okay.
Blank should be the odds-on favorite to win Super Bowl 58 in Vegas. And I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals. And I still think the Bengals are the best team in the league. I think the referees robbed them at Arrowhead, at Burrowhead.
Lord.
And I think the Bengals should be the Super Bowl champion back-to-back years. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals as my choice for the Super Bowl next season.
Kansas City, it's easy. It's Kansas City. It's
No,
not
it's not.
even.
20 years before the team back-to-back champions. They're not going to win it again.
I didn't say they were going to win it again. I'm just saying the odds-on favorite to win it again would be Kansas City.
Okay.
Hey, Maz, can you stop every year like complaining about the refs or complaining about the coin toss or complain? Every year is an excuse.
I don't care.
Chase
I
Louis.
give you facts.
Chase Louis. I'm
Facts.
gonna give
Let
you
me give
facts.
you the
I'm gonna give you facts. It didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. I love
Give you
man.
the facts.
Ryan's 100% correct. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. As long as they have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid as their coach and the quarterback, you can't bet against those guys. And we learned our lessons. Everybody learned their lessons this year. I didn't even have Kansas City in the playoffs when we did our preseason picks. I said, you know what? Tariq left. I think they're going to have a down year. Woe is me, idiot. It's Kansas City and it's Patrick Mahomes every year. It just is what it is. No, but you said the best odds.
I know.
Now, who's going to win it?
All right. This one is
Let's
just
see.
like a little fun one for you. If you guys, and out there in the chat too, I want you guys to respond to this one. If you were getting sweet tickets, SUITE, that kind of sweet, to any of the 4 Detroit teams, your choice would be blank.
Tigers. Just being outdoors, having the ability to pop in when it's
Like August,
85, 90 degrees out. It's too hot. You want to go inside, have the food right there. You don't have to go through anybody. Just I'm picking Tigers all day and twice on Sunday.
You should go with me and Drew one day.
Can I go to the buffet?
Champions Club, baby.
Oh, I'd love to go to the buffet.
You're going to assault it?
Yes.
All right. Braylon?
So I'll answer twice. I'll answer one as a fan that has never been to any of these suites, and I'm just picking. It's the Detroit Tigers. It's something sexy about like watching the Tigers game at 6:45 in August, or man, it's out there. It's dusk, and because it's also such an intimate stadium, like that's why I love going to concerts at Comerica. But it would be the Detroit Tigers.
Now the suites at the Palace.
As you see the hat.
Those were awesome.
The
Palace suites were great. Now I haven't been in a suite at Little Caesars.
Is dynamite.
But
I
that's
haven't
what
been
I was
there
gonna say.
yet.
As a person that that was my I've never been to a suite. That's that answer. The answer after being into these suites, the owner suite at LCA is an experience. Like, he got his own bar in there. There's his own kitchen in there. There's his own buffet line. There's a fireplace. Like the seats are great. Like. No, as a person that has been to them suites, I'm going to a Red Wings game, man. There's nothing like
baby.
Red Wings suite.
I'm going with my favorite Detroit team, hands down. It's the Lions. So
Ford Field
you give me a
sucks.
suite at the Lions at
It
Ford
sucks.
Field. I don't care.
Ford
I'm going to go
Field
see the
sucks.
Lions.
Boo.
I'm a Lion. I'm a Lion.
Yeah.
That's me. All right, here we go. Talking about the Lions, the one coach the Lions could not do without, Braylon, is blank.
Well, that's easy. That's you know what? Let me try to be different today, because the answer is BJ. It's Ben Johnson.
So that's it.
I was trying to.
Why are you overthinking?
Yeah, because I was trying to be different. I was trying to add another coach that you don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Mark Brunell and what he's done with Jared Goff. But yeah, it's Ben Johnson. You know, there's a reason why Ben Johnson's name got thrown out there a lot this year. If they don't have Ben Johnson, then I don't know how good Jared Goff is going to be. I don't know if he regresses to the insecure quarterback that he was in 2020 with the Rams. So Ben Johnson, for me, I think it's it. He also has to. DeAndre Swift's in. DeAndre Swift's out. DeAndre Swift's in. DeAndre Swift's out. I think he did an amazing job last year. It's Ben Johnson.
Yeah, obviously Ben Johnson. I think.
You think it's obvious?
Yeah, I think the creativity. I think absolutely. I think the creativity, the play calling, everything about it, how much better they got throughout the season. Everybody developed. Everybody got better. I think that has a lot to do with scheme, and I'll go with Ben Johnson.
You know who I'm taking?
Aaron Glenn.
No.
Dan Campbell.
I'm about to say, he almost got
Oh,
fired.
well, I didn't think he was available.
MCDC.
I didn't think that was an option.
He's a coach.
I disagree. Even so, let's say that is an option. I'm still taking Ben Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd take Dan Campbell over Ben Johnson.
You said what?
I'd take Dan Campbell over Ben Johnson.
You see that offense last year compared to what that defense can do? Dan Campbell couldn't coach that offense like Ben Johnson did last year. They scored points. That's why they were good in almost every. Well, they had options.
They play for Dan Campbell, and I just love the way he's come up, what he's done in his career, and I just think he's a keeper. I'm so happy that the Lions have him. I truly am. I think he's going to be a superb head coach.
Could be their Bill Parcells.
I hope so. That's my dream.
Could be.
It's all for Bill Parcells' coaching tree. Okay, here we go. This weekend, the XFL kicks off. 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Sunday. Fletch, let's put up the teams so everyone can see them. There are 8 teams right now. One of the teams, a couple of these teams, move cities. Like the Guardians used to be in New York. Now they're in Orlando.
Oh.
I think they're in Orlando.
Yep,
Where
the Orlando Guardians,
Okay.
the Houston Roughnecks, which kind of is similar to the old
Oiler
logo.
Yep, it looks like the Oilers.
The Defenders, I'm not sure where they play. Is that
They're
Dallas?
DC.
DC. Arlington
DC
Renegades,
Universe.
San Antonio Brahmas, the Brahma Bowl.
I like the Brahma.
Yeah, the Brahmas, the Brahma
Yeah, the
Bowl.
Rock.
Look at
The
that
Rock.
logo. That's a cool logo.
Yeah.
It's like the Rock and Terramana mixed
And
all
Seattle
up.
Sea Dragons.
Vegas.
Can I say something about these logos? Like, Maz, this would be a great question for you. After looking at MLB logos and saying, let's just say the professional, the big 4.
Correct.
Whenever I see any other logos of like an XFL or a CFL or
They're
a relay,
lame.
they look like gaming tags to me.
Yeah.
Like they look like gaming logos.
Well, how many logos
they
can you
look
come
horrible.
up with?
You said what?
How many logos can you really come up with?
Shoot, if you got an artist, you got a graphic design dude, you can come up with 1 million.
All right. Well, here's your choice.
The Renegades.
Which one of these 8 teams is going to be your team to root for, or the XFL
Just
champion?
based on the
Best
logo,
logos.
I got to go. I can't vote.
That's it. Best logo. That's what I'm picking.
I'm going to go with the Houston Roughnecks. That'll be my team.
Guess who coaches them?
Jerry Glanville.
Wade Phillips.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Looking at these logos, obviously I was an Oilers fan because of my dad, but I'm gonna go with the St. Louis Battlehawks. I don't know.
Good team.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going
The
to St. Louis
Battlehawks. Look at that
Battlehawks.
sword. That's
They
a
had-
good looking.
They had Jordan Tiamo as their quarterback.
I like their
I'm
logo.
not sure
It
if
looks
he's still
very
there or not.
military, like a
Tiamo,
Ranger.
isn't he from like
Good
BYU
choice.
or?
I forget, but he played. He got some NFL action.
St. Louis Battlehawks.
They
I
got
actually
some-
like that. That sounds good.
Damn.
St. Louis Battlehawks. I'm cool with that.
Now here's this.
Damn.
You know me. I buy stuff from every league. Okay, I have an official XFL football.
Do you?
With the Seattle Battlehawk on the St. Louis
Already?
Battlehawk on it. Yeah, I bought it like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
When the old XFL was going. I have 2 pullovers. I've got a New York Guardians, who are now Orlando.
Probably get some money for that.
Yeah, I doubt it. And I got the Seattle Sea Dragons. I got 2 pullovers. So I'm going to root.
You have a Seattle Sea Dragons
do.
pullover?
I do.
You never cease to amaze me.
I know. I got so much
I
crap
love
at
it. It's a
home.
good thing.
So that said, I'm rooting for Houston's Roughnecks because I like Wade Phillips.
I like the Houston Roughnecks.
I like
too.
Wade Phillips. So there you go. It starts this weekend. Are you guys going to give it a shot?
Yes. I think these football leagues are going to live, guys. I really do. We are an all year round football society. There is room for it. There is so much talent out there now. Everybody is better. These athletes, our best players, our best, most talented kids in this country, they play football.
Yeah.
There is just so much talent everywhere. I think there is plenty to go around. I think XFL, USFL, CFL, it's all going to live.
USFL starts in April.
So here's your answer. Unless Bailey Edwards, my younger brother, is playing in the XFL, the answer is no. And the reason why, there is an extreme abundance of talent in college football today, and just football in general. Like, players are better. We talk about how deep drafts are. All the way up into the 7th round, you can pick players. But the one position that these XFL leagues, these CFL leagues, that they don't have is the quarterback. Yeah. Because all decent quarterbacks, guess what? They're going to be in the NFL. And so when I watch a game, I struggle watching those games because the quarterback always sucks. Like, we watched the USFL last year, the Panthers.
Quarterback play was the problem. You're right about that.
So that's why I can't
Who was the guy that made it to Carolina? P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker.
You talking about back in the day or this
year? A couple years ago.
Yeah.
P.J. Walker.
Last year he played a few games for them.
P.J. Walker and Rod Smart. That is
his.
Rod Smart, he hate me.
He hate me.
Well, God, the guy from Dallas, the kick returner.
Turner.
Oh, God,
Turpin. He played the USFL
one
last year.
One of the best special teamers out there. Do I have time for one more fill-in?
Yeah.
The Tigers will win blank games this year.
78.
Ryan started off.
78. I think they're going to be much improved this year because I don't think they can be any worse than they were.
Year?
I think it was
77?
No,
60-something.
60-something.
I was joking.
I think they'll. Let me see now. I got to figure it out because I know they lost. I can't remember.
74.
You're going with 74?
It's a good number.
No, I think they won 74 last year.
No,
I don't think so.
Not a chance.
I think they were in the 60s.
No, because they lost 99. So whatever 99 is.
The Detroit Tigers were 66 and 96 last year.
66.
So I'm going with a 12-win improvement. And 78 wins.
So you do realize last year you said 78 and they fell short of that.
No, last year I said 84, 85.
And guess what I'm gonna say this year? I'm going 86.
Go, baby.
I'm going 86.
20-win.
I got a feeling.
20-win turnaround.
I have a feeling. I'm tired of the Lions. The Tigers. They're averaging 99 losses a year for the last 7 years. I know. I trust Scott Harris. I just like this to be the year. I'm going 86 wins.
I got 75 wins.
I'm 86. If Ryan Ermanni can say 10 for the Lions and damn near be right, you know what? I'm going 86.
The only difference is I believed it. Guys, we're going to take a break. Come right back. When we do, I want to talk about will Jalen Hurts ever make it back to a Super Bowl? And I'll show you why the odds are against him. But first, a message from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to Lady Jane's for a wicked awesome award-winning haircut experience. I got mine today. My girl Becca lined me up real nice today.
Oh, Becca.
Here at 15 in Woodward. But there are 26 locations in Metro Detroit. Many more around the country. There is a Lady Jane's near you. All you have to do is walk on in. Open 7 days a week. You could register for a chance to win up to $200,000 on a down payment for your dream home. Come on in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
So the last 17 quarterbacks to lose their Super Bowl debut have not made it back to the Super Bowl. This is via CBS. They tweeted this out. Talking Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, Rex Grossman, Matt Hasselbeck, Donovan McNabb, Jake Delhomme, Rich Gannon, Kerry Collins, Steve McNair, Chris Candler, Drew Bledsoe, Neil O'Donnell, and Stan Humphries. Guys,
wow,
the odds are against Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Yeah.
The odds are against Joe Burrow. Do either of these two gentlemen get back to the Super Bowl? And if you had to pick one, who would it be?
Well, the answer is Joe Burrow, but I think they both get back.
Me too.
All those names you read, Ryan, I don't think history is against them, Maz, and this is why. All those names you mentioned, I'm going to read them off again, and I'm going to read them in a different way.
Is Cam on there?
He is.
Okay.
So I'm going to read them in a different way. You ready for this? Out of the 17 quarterbacks that you named, how many of these guys are elite and you think could win a Super Bowl? When I hear Jimmy Garoppolo, no. Jared Goff, no. Matt Ryan,
Is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer, by the way?
He'll be like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
He'll be like, you'll figure it out, like, whatever. But
Probably not.
Because the reason I say that is I look at this list that you're about to say.
You know exactly
There's
where I'm
not
going.
one Hall of Famer on
Thank
this
you.
list.
And that's why I say I disagree with history, meaning Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow can't. Rex Grossman, stop it. Matt Hasselbeck, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback. He ain't the guy that I fear like that.
We'll take the ball and we're going to win.
And guess what? Pick six. And pick six. Kerry Collins, stop playing. Steve McNair, rest in peace. Damn good quarterback, maybe. Joe Burrow is elite. Joe Burrow is elite at a time where this has been the best quarterback play in the history of NFL. This guy's number 2 in that current NFL. He's going back to the Super Bowl. He's going back. And then with Jalen Hurts, what we watched Jalen Hurts, like, all that made up that Super Bowl, 306 yards, what he did, the RP4 now, because there's 4 options, I think they both go back, and I think the other guys are bums.
Can I agree? I'm going to totally agree with you. But
Let's pop that list
when you
up
look
again.
at this list and pop that list back up, when you look at this list, what do you notice about all of these guys? Okay, what do you notice about the top 2 guys, and what do you notice about the bottom 15?
They have a bigger picture.
No Hall of Famers, not elite. Like, no Hall of Famers. They're not, with the exception of, they're not elite. Some good players.
That's pretty darn good. That's pretty good. That's good enough.
Okay.
What do you notice about the top 2 guys?
They're elite, bro.
That, ladies and gentlemen, once again, highlights to you that you have got to get a quarterback in round 1.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
Hit some round ones on this
Unless
list.
you can find a Jalen Hurts in round 2.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts got screwed. He had the COVID year, comes out. Everybody's talking about him being a running back. Same way they talked about Lamar Jackson, by the way.
You know what, Ryan? I believe the NFL scouts. I believe people. I believe all the pundits. I don't think they ever got over Nick Saban benching Jalen Hurts in the national championship
big
game.
deal.
I don't think anybody cared about what he did at Oklahoma that following year. I think when they looked at Jalen Hurts, all they saw was, oh, yeah, that's the guy that got benched in the national championship game. And he couldn't get over that. But guess what? He's had the last laugh so far.
And you know what? When a coach like Saban puts his thumbprint on a guy,
That's gospel.
That really is.
It's gospel.
You know, I mean, not saying that he's got to be careful, but when Nick Saban puts his thumbprint on something on a player that he's around every day,
this is true.
Joe Burrow will be in the Super Bowl next year.
And
he'll win it.
And maybe so. Look, Patrick Mahomes, guys, the way he's running around on that field, he might get killed one day.
You know how hard it is to repeat?
Yeah. Well, history will tell you that. Now, we have not seen a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, so if there's anybody to do it, it's him.
He'll be back, but I don't think next year.
I don't think Patrick Mahomes, my homeboy, I don't think he's going to get killed, Ryan, because he's very awkward in how he runs. Like, he's not out here running like Justin Fields. He's not out here running like Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. Like, he's kind of like deceptively sneaky, like, oh, you thought I was going to step out of bounds? Let me slide forward for a couple more yards. Like, he doesn't put himself in bad positions or bad spots. So I don't think he'll get like a major injury, in that regard as a running quarterback.
That's a hell of a stat, though, huh?
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
17 in a row have not made it back.
Shows you how
and
hard
then
it is to
people
win a Super
asking,
Bowl.
where's Marino?
Yeah.
Marino's way back. It's not the last 17.
1984.
Yeah.
Really does highlight for you just
hard,
how
man.
hard it is to do that job. We're all, great general managers.
Yeah.
We all know what's
Couch
best for the
managers.
team. We all are the best coaches. We're all the best general managers. We all don't know diddly poo.
Correct.
At the end of the day.
We think we do, though.
Well, that's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
Right? You think your opinion's better than anybody
Absolutely.
else's. Same with politics, religion.
I don't know any of that.
The way I like my steak, I like
That
it
I
rare.
like
I'm
it.
offended
Me
if
too.
somebody orders it well done.
Oh,
that's a
I
good
mean,
point.
why
Horrible.
even get the steak?
Why do it?
Why buy
do
the steak if you like it well done?
You know,
I like
Just
it
chew
the way
leather.
I want you to enjoy it the way I enjoy it.
and I think, you know what, you highlight a very real deal in like America, like society. Just today is like, why are you offended on my position?
Right.
Like, and I gotta be honest, I was like that when we first started doing the show. I was like, what do you mean? It's not like, it's for what? I like steaks medium. Now I gotta have an argument.
Exactly.
I like this person.
Right.
I like this, or I like that. It's like, no, I like this.
Right.
That's cool. You
Right.
can like what
Great.
you like.
Good for you.
I like what I
Correct.
like, or I like who I
You know
like.
what, Bray? You're really growing.
I appreciate that, man. It's a process.
Trust the process. Guys, I got to get a break in. Go around the NFL with Maz next. But first, a
I
message
love going around
from
the
Chili.
NFL.
So do
Around
I.
the NFL.
But first, a message
Hey,
from Chili Peppers.
Guys,
Tanning.
you are running out of time. Tomorrow is it for free tans at Chili Peppers Tanning. That's right. You got till tomorrow,
What's the
Saturday,
Australian
February
gold?
18th. Come again?
Australian gold? Is that
Australian
what it is?
gold. I'm
Australian
telling you.
gold.
New customers, get your nakedness to Chili Peppers Tanning
That's
right
an
now.
African pride.
Get any
Get it.
level UV tan for free.
Get
That's
naked.
it. 50% off all of those favorites, including, well, Braylon's favorite, Australian Gold,
There you go.
Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty. And join the Pepper Club while you're at it, because they will beat any competitor by $5 on unlimited tanning. Plus, you get the cleanest salons in the D.
Meanest.
That's the darkest tans, your greatest deals. They are at chilipepperstanning.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
I almost forgot my read, man. Time to talk about Centron. Better tasting energy drinks. They have partnered up with WoodwardSports.com to re-energize the community. Also, the Detroit Pistons, as well as the Detroit Red Wings and LCA. Flavors are amazing. The cranberry is mine, man. It's amazing. Wake up every day. Take it. It's good. Drink it. Live it. With Centron.
All right, Tom Mazawey, it is your time, my friend. You have the floor.
Yes,
you
sir.
have the floor.
Hey, guys, I'm all for this. I hated this. I don't watch rugby. But football last year, around the goal line or around the first down marker, looked like rugby. Because you know what they do with the quarterback on the sneak? Everyone gets behind him and
push him.
Tush push. That's what they call it. The NFL is thinking about getting rid of the old tush push. And I'm all for it.
I love it. Dean Blandino says the NFL Competition Committee might look to eliminate the tush-push play on the quarterback sneaks that were so effective for Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles this season. Blandino says new Broncos head coach Sean Payton told him he's going to do it every game next season if they don't outlaw the rule. It amounts to a rugby scrum. The NFL wants to showcase the athleticism and skill of our athletes. This is just not a skillful play. I love it. Get rid of it.
Dump it.
It's the Reggie Bush push.
And that's what I was going to say. You're absolutely correct. I'm good with this. Even though I'm an offensive guy, I'm cool with this. Listen, This was an outlaw play before Reggie Bush did it against Notre Dame.
I had people asking me, since when is this allowed? I'm like,
it was illegal then.
Yes.
Like and they let Reggie Bush get away with it, and slowly but surely, like in the last 4 years, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. You'll watch Jalen Hurts. Look, you got an offensive line that's good. Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, those guys stack that box. Jalen Hurts leans forward, and then the clock doesn't stop, and they just moving for 30, 45 seconds. It's not fair. Like when Tom Brady has the success with the Eagles, with the Patriots on the quarterback sneak, it was a well-run play. Design, Tom waited, picked this spot, best quarterback sneak court of all time quarterback. What Jalen Hurts does, Jalen Hurts just leans on those guys and they just wait. It gets crowded. The refs are kind of letting them do their thing, and then he falls forward. Yep. I saw Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl match get hit a yard in the backfield, but by the time the quarterback sneak was over, he gained 7 yards. 7 yards, man. Good for them getting rid of this rule.
I'm all for it, guys. All right, how about this one? You know how quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, and everyone's like, you got to pay the cornerbacks as well. You know who hasn't been getting paid over the years? It's the safety position. And there's a lot of rumors out there, a lot of push for this, that safety all of a sudden is the new sexy position and should be paid accordingly.
Here's what Tank Williams says, former NFL DB. When you get one of these dudes, you need to ignore the noise on social media and pay that man his money, because safeties are once again one of the most valuable positions on the defensive side of the ball, Bray.
Safeties have always been that position where they're the quarterback kind of the defense, and obviously Mike linebacker gets that credit. But back in the day, the safety was the guy that was putting people in position. You think about great teams, great safeties pop up, whether it's John Lynch, whether it's Brian Dawkins, whether it's Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, probably the greatest safety of all time, Ronnie Lott. For your era, all of a sudden it kind of went to where they gave more responsibility to the Mike linebacker. They gave more responsibility to the defensive lineman, and safety stopped getting paid. Because you start to go man to man. And if we're going man-to-man a lot, well, that means I got to pay my cornerbacks because they're the ones that's got to go against Devontae Adams. But you got guys like Justin Simmons that are damn good right now. You got Antoine Winfield who's going to move to safety position. There's some good safeties, and I think it is a sexy pick to start paying again.
Right, you good with our safeties?
I am. I am. I'd like to see...
We need one.
I don't know. You're talking about Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, I'm a Gardner Johnson guy.
I mean, I
want him here.
Look, can you ever have enough defensive back help? No. I think our two corners, we absolutely need two starters that are not just one.
You don't like Will Harris?
I think I need two starters, not just one. And I think that'll improve the safeties. And I think the defensive line and the edge rushers will help the safeties. Let me say this about just what positions and how you build a team. The position that I think you pay the lowest amount to is the running back. When you think of, you got to pay your quarterback, you got to pay your offensive line.
That's why you want your rookie.
Your wide receivers now are getting $20 million a year. DJ Chark is going to get about $18 million a year because teams are so desperate for wide receiver. That's what I think. And even if he doesn't, he's going to go north of $15 million.
Right, he got 10
because teams
year.
Are so desperate for wide receiver. Then you get to the other side. The edge rushers, defensive line, linebacker. Think a guy like Micah Parsons isn't going to get paid or somebody like that?
That's another position that doesn't get paid is the Mike linebacker.
Mike linebacker. So running back and linebacker.
Yeah.
Two traditionally... staples of any team, like the center of any team used to be a running back and a linebacker, right? Now I think those are the two lowest paid positions collectively in the National Football League.
That's because the NFL starts seeing, you start drafting all these guys in the first round, Darren McFadden, I mean, the list goes on. You're drafting these guys with the first, in the first round, top 5, etc. And then you're seeing that shelf life just deplete. Like, Adrian Peterson's probably the last of the guys that were like the Iron Horse. And there were the old school guys that were playing 12 years, that were playing at that pace. Now, man, got 6 years. Like 6, 7 years. Like Ezekiel Elliott. Just look at him now. Like, last 2 seasons.
He's a shell.
The last 2 seasons, we've seen Ezekiel Elliott come into the season in shape, look good, look damn good.
He don't have a burst
but still
anymore.
not have that same productivity that he used to have. So, like, you can get a running back in the 4th round, in the 5th round. And I think NFL teams know that, so they're not paying running backs. Ezekiel Elliott has the biggest cap hit of any running back in the NFL this year, and he had over 1,000 in 2 years.
By the way, just to Tiger Woods totally blew up on his second 9. Well, I don't want to say blow up, but 3 over on his second 9, so he was +3 for the day, +2 for the tournament. Is below the cut line now, so we'll see where that goes.
You put that energy out there. Now my guy's not going to make it.
The projected cut is even. He is +1. Continue on here, Matt.
That sucks.
He was good.
Hey, keep it in the defensive backfield and your guy Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
There's a rumor that the Rams could just cut him and save some money. Now, he says, I'm not getting cut. But if he does, there's the teams. What's the best spot for him? Money-wise and team-wise.
Seattle.
Well, there you go. I just want to point out the teams, if you are listening only, the teams on this list are New England, the Raiders, the Lions, the Seahawks, Steelers, and Bengals.
I want him here. Obviously, I've been advocating for Jalen Ramsey, and even to the point where maybe you can get him for a second and a third now. Maybe he doesn't command, first round 18 pick. I've been advocating for it, but just looking at that list, I think it's the Seattle Seahawks. They have money. You cut him. They have enough money to pay him. If he gets cut, then obviously he knows he's not worth the money or as much money as he was making. The price comes down. You put him on the other side of Tariq Woolen, who almost won Defensive Player of the Year this past season for the Seahawks. That's a damn good team. You got about the Legion of Boom Part 2.
I like that list, though. If Jalen Ramsey gets cut, that's kind of like OJ's book, If I Did It.
Yes. If in small letters.
Too soon.
Yeah, very good.
Soon.
If I Did It.
I think the Bengals would be a great fit for Jalen Ramsey.
OJ's funny, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching him during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's still looking for the killer.
And he is still looking for the killer, by the way. He's just looking in the mirror. But he was talking about the Super Bowl. He said, hey, it's the first time, this is a monumental Super Bowl. It's 2 black quarterbacks, and this is during Black History Month. I was like, ain't this the same dude that said I ain't black, I'm OJ? I can't take OJ serious.
I got some time here, right? You want to break here?
No, I want to do this Mel Kiper.
You want it right here?
I want it right here.
All right. I'm going to let you take
I
this
don't
one.
I don't know if Braylon saw this one.
I don't think so.
So here you go. Mel Kiper is doing the mock draft show with McShay. McShay comes out with mock draft 2.0.
They hate each other, by the way.
It seems like that.
Mel hates Todd.
It seems like that.
Yeah.
So McShay pegs Bijan Robinson to the Baltimore Ravens at 22. And Mel Kiper, who is a longtime Baltimore football fan.
He's from there.
First with the Colts, still lives there.
Yeah.
First with the Colts, now with the Ravens. Huge fan of that franchise. Says, if Todd McShay is right and Bijan Robinson is drafted by the Baltimore Ravens at 22, Mel Kiper will retire. I love putting your money where your mouth is like this, because what he's saying is,
no way.
We have J.K. Dobbins coming back. He will be healthy this season. You have a running quarterback in Lamar Jackson. You need the best wide receiver on the board here. Give Lamar Jackson a fighting chance to succeed in Baltimore. Take a wide receiver.
You get Bijan Robinson, Lamar Jackson doesn't have to run the damn ball 18 times a game. They definitely need a wide receiver, but hey, you know what? We're in this whole fluid draft mode. We're like, well, I can see this working. Well, maybe that can work. Bijan Robinson is a beast, and you put him in there. I think you limit the times that Lamar Jackson runs, and it helps out. But at the same time, you got to have some wide receivers. I mean, are you sure?
They got rid of Hollywood Brown. I don't even know who you throw to.
Rashad Bateman and Duvernay.
Who?
Rashad Bateman
Jackson,
and Duvernay.
Smith, and Jigba.
Yeah, but he won't be there at 24.
A lot of people have him pegged in the 20s, Smith and Jigba.
Yeah,
it's wild.
But you know why? That's because something called the Combine hasn't happened yet. When you see him at the Combine, but that's how that stuff happens. Like, out of sight, out of mind. Jackson Smith and Jigba hasn't played a game since the Rose Bowl, so you're like, as soon as he goes to the Combine, you're going to be like, eighth pick.
So are people kind of rooting for Bijan Robinson to go 22 to the Ravens so Kiper retires?
I don't want to retire.
I don't want to. He's too entertaining.
I need Kiper.
He's too entertaining. He is too entertaining. Braylon's having it hard over there.
I like Tom McShay. I don't know.
Stan. I think Stan wants him to retire. Though.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Put hands on him.
That's right. Hey, guys, back to wrap it up. Who is America's team? I want to ask Braylon that next. But first, a message from Guardian Alarm. They're your local security experts, have been for over 90 years. You see that black and yellow sign out in front of your house? Tells the bad guys one thing.
Stay out.
Whether you are at home or on the road, they're customized solutions from real experts, 24/7 professional monitoring, and technology backed by people. Oh, boy, do they do it the right way. Call this number right here, 1-800.
Stay out.
1-800.
Stay out.
Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Oh, it's big boy time.
Oh, big boy.
Winter
Where's
time.
the big Jim?
Winter time is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Let's start you off with breakfast. That potato pancake, the stuffed potato pancake is back, and those omelets, they are back as well. The Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, and the Blockbuster for your lunch and your dinner. Maybe even for breakfast, the Cajun Chicken Alfredo and the classic meatloaf. They're all going to be delicious for you. Check them all out at your local Big Boy.
Big boy.
Hey, Braylon, you see all the chatter of Micah Parsons on Twitter, and I love how
it's Mazza Parsons.
Confident he is. I dig Micah Parsons, man. But what do you think of
his girlfriend's in trouble?
Is she?
She's in trouble. You saw what he said?
No.
He said I'm not giving her a ring till we win a ring.
Oh, there you go.
She's in trouble.
That's like Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter didn't get married until after he
played for the Yankees.
Yeah,
he played for the Cowboys.
That's right. But look at those two teams, right? Yankees, Cowboys. Who is America's team, and why?
All sports?
All sports.
All sports.
Who is America's team?
So,
and even if you just want to say it in football, who would you say?
It's the Cowboys, and I hate to say it. I mean, I want it to be the Kansas City Chiefs because I feel like to be America's team, you got to win. Like, you got to win at the highest level. You got to win championships. When you say America's team, well, Cowboys were America's team because Staubach was winning championships. Then the Cowboys became America's team again when Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman were in championships. But when you just look at the numbers, Ryan, like, they're on TV the most. They have the most spots. They get the most views in the NFL yearly, the Dallas Cowboys. No matter what show you turn on, some part of that show, when you talk about football, you'll talk about the Cowboys. You'll bring up Dak Prescott. It won't have, like, it doesn't matter what time of the season is, you'll bring up the Cowboys. You'll bring up Dak Prescott. We talk about Jerry Jones. This is Detroit. This ain't Dallas, but we talk about Jerry Jones quite often. So I think it is the Cowboys. You know, whether you like them or not, it's still America's team because they still get number one viewership.
There's two logos. The Star,
Yankees and Cowboys,
and the New York, the NY. That's it. If you want to go outside the sports, outside the two bigs, if you see the Montreal C with the H inside, Canadians hockey, Les Habitants, and the Red Wing, those stand out as well. Basketball, I guess the Celtics,
Lakers,
and the Lakers, but the top two for sure are the Cowboys and the Yankees. I don't think anyone could argue that. Period.
I think to be number one, Ryan, not to cut you off,
no, you're good. You're good.
It has to be a team,
and neither one of them have won in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I think the
Cowboys
Yankees won. Yankees in 09. Yankees in 09.
Cowboys in 95, right?
Yeah, 95. Yeah. I think the team that you pick, it has to be a team that, one, somebody hates and somebody likes.
Correct.
But they have to have everybody has to have an opinion about that team. That's how you become America's team. People hate the Yankees, people love the Yankees.
Yep.
But everybody has an opinion about the Yankees. People love the Cowboys or they hate the Cowboys. Everybody has an opinion about the Cowboys. Jacksonville Jaguars,
they don't care.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, so
they don't care.
I think that's why I agree
if
with
you
you.
put
Those
logos
two.
up on a screen, just the logo.
Oh, first one you recognize, those two.
You're going to see those two.
The Dallas Cowboys sell more merch than anybody in the NFL. The NFL is the biggest sport in this country. It's the Dallas Cowboys. And anybody that doesn't agree with that or anybody that doesn't accept that
doesn't understand,
doesn't get it.
You think they sell more than the Yankees?
It's a fact.
That is, it depends.
I mean, you're saying
I said sells most in the NFL. I have seen it go back and forth because the Dodgers, believe it or not,
they're coming on.
sold more than the Yankees over the last year.
Okay.
So
the last year.
In the last year.
Okay. So if you go across America,
yes,
and anyone that's wearing a hat, a cap, I'm talking women.
I'm not doubting
You're
it.
seeing the NY.
I'm not doubting it. I look at the most popular sport in this country, which is the NFL, and the most popular team in that sport is and always will be the Dallas Cowboys, no matter what.
Yeah.
They sell more merchandise than anybody in that league. Therefore, by default, they are
and what's
America's
Braylon
team.
wearing on his head?
Their franchise is worth the most.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you wearing on your head?
I mean, Old English
the
D.
Old
man.
English D is a very powerful logo.
Oh, 100%.
As well.
100%.
Classic.
Old English D. I would say the Boston Red Sox. I know you hate them, but I would say Boston Red Sox. The NY,
Boston Red
the
Sox,
LA Dodgers.
No one knows what the B is.
Hey guys, before we get out of here, a couple of things. Michigan and Michigan State play tomorrow. It'll be Michigan State's first team since the horrific shooting on Monday. And the University of Michigan listed a number of different things that they're going to be doing. The Michigan Pep Band is going to be playing the Michigan State alma mater. The basketball team is going to come out in Michigan State shirts. I love the fact that everybody is, and I don't even think this even needs to be said.
No.
But I love the University of Michigan's response as well to the tragedy that happened at Michigan State, because it could have happened anywhere to anyone. And at the end of the day, all this bickering that goes back and forth between Michigan and Michigan State fans and players, it is so minute and so secondary that I just think tomorrow to come together as one on that floor is a really, really great thing. And whether it's 9/11, whether it's Desert Storm, whether it's a shooting at a college campus, we use, and Tom Izzo said this as much at the vigil the other night, we use sports to heal.
You bet.
And just if sports can play a small role in helping communities, people, individuals, groups of people heal, well then, by golly. And to be honest with you, I will be rooting for the Spartans tomorrow night.
They're a 2.5-point underdog.
I
by
will
the way.
be rooting for Michigan State tomorrow night to beat Michigan. I'm rooting for Tom Izzo's team tomorrow night. And you can say what you want about it, but I'm rooting for the Spartans tomorrow night.
There's going to be people out there that say, oh, look at Ryan and Braylon always finding a way to make it about Michigan. That's not what he's saying. Like, we're a hated rival. Like, we hate Michigan State, especially working on this show. And the fans, we really hate you guys. But to see this for what it is, and this is a human thing, everybody was involved, everybody was touched, it goes way beyond that. And that's why I agree with Ryan and Ermanni about spreading love, and very happy that we can be there for them in a time of need. I'm not cheering for Michigan State tomorrow, but I definitely am.
Hey, Ryan, I got one more fill-in-the-blank question for you. Blank will win the Daytona 500 on Sunday.
Ooh. Kind of like...
Bubba.
Yeah, I always root for a Chevy. I'll always root for a Chevy. It gives me about 5 or 6 cars.
All right.
5 or 6
the
cars
less
to choose
Stanford
from.
Chevy?
No, but there is a Chevy, the Chevy Camaro.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be
This
rooting
is
for
how
the Chevy
this is how
tomorrow.
outdated I am. I was about to be like, Jeff Gordon? Is the
I know.
Pepsi car still going?
Dale Earnhardt, rest in peace.
Jimmy Johnson?
Maz, I'll tell you, we love you again. Happy
Thank
birthday
you.
tomorrow.
Happy
I know
birthday,
tomorrow's
big
going to be
guy.
a tough day for a lot of people as some of the funerals, one of the funerals is taking place
Today as
tomorrow.
well. Yeah.
Today as well. So I know you're going to be doing that. But
Yeah.
all the best to Lily and Abby and Maddie
Thank
and your
you.
family who have gone through this as well. And you're living this every day as well. So
Yeah.
we love you. We wrap
Thank
our
you.
arms around you. And happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, everybody. Love you all. God bless those kids and their families at Michigan State and everywhere else that these tragedies have hit us. Let's be better.
Yep. Bray?
I think Matt hit the nail on the head. Look, we've had a really good week. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. A lot of love for Michigan State and what they've been through, and support them tomorrow as well. Happy birthday, Maz.
Thank you, brother.
My guy, love you. You're heaven sent.
Happy birthday, early birthday weekend to you, my friend.
It's coming up.
Fat Tuesday for you.
I'll be golfing.
Fat Tuesday.
Oh, Fat Tuesday.
For Braylon's birthday.
That's it.
That's
Fat
right.
Tuesday.
Get those punchkis. Adam Morency's bringing in
Some
punchkis.
Punchkis?
Yeah.
Punchki Day.
I went to UAD, man. Punchki Day was good.
It's
at UAD.
huge.
Anyway, man, hell of a week.
My
This
dad
is
says Brad
fun.
Keselowski's going to win the
All right.
500.
Okay, Michigan boy.
Michigan guy. I think he drives does he drive a Ford?
I don't know.
He's a Michigan guy. Hey, go green. Anybody.
Go white.
There you go. We got you.
Go green.
One
go
love.
white.
There you go.
We're out of here. We're out of here.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.